Welcome to DIY and Reviews with Bill. If you love hands-on projects, honest product reviews, and saving money, you're in the right place. From DIY builds to testing tools and gadgets, I will break it all down so you know what works and what's worth it. Subscribe and join me as I take on multiple projects, put different products to the test, and try to help you get the best bang for your buck. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. Welcome back to another episode, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the water filter housing for the Whirlpool refrigerator that I have. In case you were wondering, this is the model. It is the Whirlpool WRX735 S as in Sierra, D as in Delta, H, Z as in Zulu, 02. I'll get a kind of a zoomed out shot for you here as to what this one looks like. I have an issue right now where it's currently leaking. Filling up this measuring cup here. We'll get to this here in a minute. I just wanted to show you that it's actively dripping. I'm gonna pull the refrigerator out and disconnect the water line so that way we can stop that drip and try to minimize our cleanup here. So let's, for now, go ahead and put this back in because I gotta clean this up anyway. But to at least catch what's dripping at the moment. Peek, we wanna make sure that we're not pulling on anything too hard here. And now is the good time to try to clean out underneath any dirt and debris underneath the bottom side of the fridge because it tends to collect underneath there and it can clog the coils and cause it to not cool as efficiently. So we're gonna probably do that here at some point, but for now, I'm just gonna pull this out so we can disconnect the line. Here's the line here, runs down along the back of the fridge and connects to the water line here. So we need to shut off our water first so we can disconnect this and put on the new one. Water is off. You see a lot of dust collects back here, so I'm gonna have to clean this out. Now we wanna go get a towel because when we disconnect this, we're probably gonna lose a little bit of water, so we wanna have a towel here to soak it up, so we'll be right back. Okay, one other thing, it looks like we are gonna need a socket to remove this clamp that holds this water line in place. Okay, looks like it's gonna be a 1/4" nut driver. 1/4" socket should work, or wrench, if you can get it on there. Today, for now, I'm just using a nut driver. Sorry for the poor lighting. This is unfortunately in a bad spot. Let's go ahead and pull this little clamp off because we might need to reuse it. I haven't looked at the new part to see if it comes with one or not. Remove this tape. Not all the way, just partially. It is 1/2" fitting, so we're gonna use 1/2" wrenches to disconnect it. Got it loose and disconnected. Should be able to just slide. Be careful when doing so, but we should be able to just slide this out here. And I just broke it. Figure they would use something better than styrofoam. Maybe it's just because of the insulation properties. There we go. All right, so pull that out. Just gotta be really careful with it. And then we're gonna pull this out the rest of the way through the front of the fridge. Okay. Put this down, just twist the filter off. You're gonna lose a little bit of water there. Pull the left side out. It just slides out, and then the right side pops right out of that little slot back there. I'll try to zoom in on it if you guys aren't able to see it. All right, so it looks like I might have actually ordered the wrong part, but in the meantime, since I have this out, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the inside of the fridge here, keep it running good and efficient. I'm just removing all these little 1/4" self-tapping screws so I can remove this back plate. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the fridge. Probably should have done that first. There's some dirt and dust fan there. I'm gonna blow this out. That way we can make sure we keep this as clean as possible. Because as that builds up, it's gonna make your motors work harder and it can burn up your fridge, a lot faster than if you kept it clean. So we're gonna go ahead and blow this out here. All right, sorry for the change in the audio here, guys, but I wanted to show you something else real quick. I took this front cover off on the bottom of the fridge. It was literally just 2 screws that held in. One here and one over here, and just pop this off, and I didn't realize it. I tried blowing it out from the front earlier in the video, and this is why, but you'll see a bunch of just dirt and debris underneath there. See all that? That's what I'm trying to get cleaned off. So I'm gonna try to stick my vacuum in there. I might try to blow it out again since I can see better. But this is what we're trying to get cleaned off and keep off of our refrigerator to prolong the life of it. because this stuff right here will kill your fridge and obviously could potentially cause a fire. So we don't want that. Let's get it cleaned. Now I'm going to come back and hit it from the other side. Highly recommend wearing a mask if you're doing this. Go ahead and soak up some of this water that's pulled up in here. Alright, so since I blew a little bit of water in the process of trying to clear this out, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit because we do have some electrical connectors here. And I want to make sure that I don't plug this in and short anything out. In the meantime, I can go ahead and put this back plate back on. These are self-tapping screws that they use to put in here, so that means that there wasn't holes pre-drilled. So whenever you go to put these back in, you don't have to put them too tight, just barely snug. Because if you start trying to screw it down tighter past that, you're going to strip out the hole. This one's stripped out already. So that means that they over tightened it from the factory and it doesn't really grab very well to tighten it down any, further past snug. Sometimes it's good to leave some of the screws just a little bit loose, get them all started first, and then you can go back through and snug them up after that. See, that one's stripped out. All right, we're gonna use our towel to clean off the back a little bit. And I'm gonna clean out all the dust back here. All right, so it does look like I ordered the wrong part, but at least today you get to see how to clean out the bottom part of your fridge, get all that dust out of there, try to prolong the life of it. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, hire a professional, hire somebody that knows what they're doing. That way you don't risk damaging anything. But once I get that replacement part, we'll come back, we'll do another video, we'll get it uploaded for you and show you how to get that done. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get that part ordered and wait for it to come in, and then we'll try it again. All right, I believe I have the correct part ordered now. It has come in today, so we're gonna go back to taking this apart. Just a refresher, cut off the water. We're gonna remove the little 1/4 inch screw for the water line, and I forgot to go grab my 1/2 inch wrenches, so I'll go do that here in a second. Take that off, take this little clamp line off, or line holder and clamp, whatever you want to call it. Carefully remove this again. Hopefully it won't break it any more than what I already did. So I didn't put it all the way back in flush like it was before, since it's already partially damaged. That way it allows me to grab it a little bit easier and pull it out. I do believe they sell a replacement part of this. I have yet to locate the actual part number, still working on it, but if I do end up finding it, I will try to leave a link for it in the description. Screwdriver, I'm gonna push in. I think this one might be a little bit too long to allow me to angle. All right, let me go get a different screwdriver. There we go. And then on these ones, these lower ones, yeah, it's down, not up. There we go. Just obviously be careful because it is plastic. Okay, you just fold that down, pull straight back. Now, this one, you just pry it up and then it falls straight down. Now, to disconnect this line right here, this little blue lip should just pull straight down on that, and then this will pull up. There we go. There we go. I was losing a little bit of water here. This just pulls right out. There's these little tabs. You gotta open these up, pull that out. Go. Should be a tab right here on the side. Push that in, One on each side, it looks like. There we go. Just do one side at a time. And then you just kind of pull down and forward, and this whole assembly here comes out. Slide this through. Go. Try to get this housing off here. All right, so there's a little tab right here. Just push down on it and slide it out like so. And we're gonna get our new one and just pretty much reverse the process. Make sure that we keep it in the same orientation that we disassembled it. So it looks like it only goes in for the most part one way. Pop that back in. Now let's go throw it back in the fridge. Feed this through. We'll check the back, make sure it came out. And it did. So I'll put the back in first, these little triangular points. I'll put them back in these slots back here first. Probably should pop this gray line in first before popping the plastic piece in at the top part of it. Sorry, I know I did that off camera. All I did was pop this back down to give me room to move, put this in, and then put it back, reinstalled it. Now we're gonna put our line back in place, finish feeding this through. So that way, we can put our cover back on. Get the top cover back on first. Those two slots right there. Line up those points in it, like so. Push it back up. Obviously, don't ever want to force anything too hard. There we go. Put our housing back on. So put one end in first. Kind of pull out and slide the other one on until it pops into place like that. Now, we're going to remove our filter housing cap. Just twist it to the left, comes right out. Reinstall our filter. Pop that back up and reconnect our water line and see what we got. Make sure we don't have any leaks. Of course, we need to remove this cap. Don't want to tighten it down too tight because it's like kind of a compression crimp fitting, whatever you want to call it. And this is, you know, like nylon or plastic tubing, so you can easily damage it. Now, before I put the rest of it together, I'm just going to turn the water on and make sure it's not leaking anywhere. Okay, no leaks out here at the back. That's good. Let's look inside. And I am not seeing any active water dripping, which is awesome because with the old one, the dripping was getting worse and getting faster. It was becoming a constant drip, and obviously at some point it would become a stream, just a constant stream, and you know, obviously leaks just get worse and worse. But everything looks good. Let's do a function test. Make sure that we're getting water. I had to lock this because of my kids. Didn't want them playing with it, trying to get water. My daughter primarily. She's the one that gets water out of here. Get the air out of there. And it looks like we have fixed the problem, which is always a good thing. You see how easy that was? Wasn't anything too difficult. Took maybe, 10 minutes or so. So I hope this video was helpful. If you found it useful, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and keep an eye out for future videos. I will always try to upload anything that I can think of in the moment to record to help y'all out with something. But again, if you find this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.